Hello again, class. This is Mr. Reed, and today we'll be going over Unit 5 of the Blueprint book. Unit 5 is about bill of materials. Now, bill of materials comes into play if you're doing inventory or if you have your own business. A bill of materials is created to know exactly how much material went into any given project. So, what I'd like to start with is talk about the differences, which I think this will be better in the next unit, because the next unit is Unit 6 about different types of metal. But they start drawing a difference in this unit, and it's one of the main parts of this unit, is the difference between sheet metal, metal plate, and flat bar. Now, we use in the program, we use metal plate and we use flat bar. We don't use a lot of sheet metal. Sheet metal is for smaller projects, but the difference between these are different size specifications. So sheet metal is 3/16 or less in thickness, and generally it's going to be wide. It's going to come, that's why they call it sheet. It's a big sheet of metal, and it's going to be thin, and you can use that for various projects. It's good, lightweight, and still sturdy. You can make toolboxes out of it. The possibilities are endless. But sheet metal, remember, is 3/16 or less in thickness. Now, where you step up to metal plate, it's greater than 3/16 in thickness, and it's also more than 6 inches in width. So plate also comes in like a big sheet, but they call it plate because of the thickness. And plate can go up. I think I've seen 16-inch plate, and it's really thick for heavy-duty industrial purposes. But sheet metal being 3/16 or less, metal plate more than 3/16, but also greater than 6 inches in width. And if you know your flat bar material that you weld T-joints with, that's going to be known as flat bar. And flat bar specifications, they are also greater than 3/16 of an inch in thickness, just like plate, but it's no more than 8 inches wide. And that's why they call it flat bar. It's smaller pieces that you can cut and do anything you want to with it there. Those are some pretty important, that's pretty important information in Unit 5, but also the other thing I really want to cover, I'm trying to hit the highlights, is your AISI, SAE. AISI stands for American Iron and Steel Institute. SAE is Society of Automotive Engineers. And these organizations came together to give a classification to any type of steel that you have. They have 4- and 5-digit classification numbers, even the carbon steel. Now, the first digit in the 4-digit classification number is kind of like a 60-10. So you know that the 60 in a 60-10 represents how many pounds of tensile strength in 10,000 units. That is 60,000 pounds. And then the third digit means what position you can weld in, and the last digit is special characteristics of the rod, flux, compound, polarity, and things like that. Well, this operates the same. The first digit is how much carbon content, how much actual steel is in any given alloy. The second digit is the percentage of alloying content. So you've got so much carbon steel in it, then you've got 0%. And then the last 2 digits is a nominal percentage of carbon content in hundredths of 1%. And the 5-digit classification number, that's your 4-digit, and this one is pretty similar. The first digit represents the kind of steel that you have, whether it's carbon steel, nickel, some kind of alloy. The second digit represents the nominal percentage of alloying element. Again, that could be stainless or copper or whatever, any kind of alloy you have. And then the last 3 digits represent the nominal percentage or points of carbon. So these classification numbers, I don't think you're going to be using that much unless you get off into a project that has some kind of specialty, special requirement, of steel that you're going to have to use. that pretty much wraps up Unit 5. Some of these units are going to be pretty quick. It talks about, on page 45, a project summary worksheet. Again, that's for inventory purposes, and so you can better keep up with how much material you have going into any given project. That's really going to be valuable to you when you're doing, accounting and the business, the financial side of your business. But this unit is important for that. So if you have any questions or concerns or comments, please let me know, Mr. Reed, or talk to your current instructor. Thank you.